Everyone is starting to finally wake up. Let's hear what DG Collins has to say about Legend of the White Dragon.
Yo, Legend of the White Dragon. When are we going to see this movie? I want to see JDF's final performance in this. Yo, this movie needs to come out now.
Merch before movie, waiting for Legend of the White Dragon. Oh, he got it. Damn, man. I wonder, did he support the Kickstarter too?
So it's beautiful. I'm gonna shed a tear.
But we have someone else. Shout out to my man DG Collins. This person, the movie universe, talking about his no longer supporting Legend of the White Dragon. It's probably never going to come out. That's your hubby? Wait, what? Mean Queen? Wait, what?
Fan here. Well, as you already know, I made it very clear that I have no intention of watching Legend of the White Dragon. Not after what Aaron Snoke did. Yes, I know I'm saying his last name wrong, but
he called him Aaron Snoke.
You know what? I don't care. Because, like I said before, he's told horrible lies claiming that Jason David Frank and Amy Jo Johnson had a falling out, which we know is not true at all. He talked like he was his only friend in the world, which, again, we know is not true. But I want to make something a little more clear. Recently, I had a comment saying that I'm not a true fan because, I refuse to watch it when it comes out.
Well, a lot of people have that sentiment. DG Collins, if you want to come up at the end of the stream, we'll drop the link for you, man. It seems like your wife's here for you. But yeah, man, a lot of people have just given up on Legend of the White Dragon. Rightfully so. I mean, why would you have hope in it? It was supposed to come out in 2023, then 2024, then 2025, now 2026. The date just keeps getting pushed back further and further. So, there is no hope for Legend of the White Dragon. I keep telling you guys, if we don't see it, don't be mad.
That is, assuming it does come out. Well, obviously, someone wasn't listening because I thought it was clear. But, I'm going to say it anyway because new things have developed recently, which I think needs an update. So, I'm going to talk about it again. Now, like I said before, his lies that he's been telling, that was one reason why I don't want anything to do with this.
Keep talking
but
over
there was a lot
me.
more to it than that.
And I can't answer.
Mostly due to the fact that he has been trying to milk Jason's death for all it's worth. And that is, let's see, how do I put this? Maybe John Taffer can say it best.
Morally wrong.
Yeah, that's right. It's morally wrong.
Here's the thing, man. That's all Aaron can do, right? Is milk JDF's legacy to try to convince fans to donate to his Kickstarter in hopes of Legend of the White Dragon to come out. Remember, Legend of the White Dragon is sitting on a flash drive somewhere, and Aaron just doesn't want to put it out because he thinks he's going to sell it. But the harsh reality is there is no real buyers. He just he doesn't want to come to the reality that it just going to be on Tubi, and that's going to be that.
Look, folks, when the star dies unexpectedly, it's natural to want to do a little publicity on that fact because, the fans need to know, just to let them know it's happened. And it's one thing to say that they're dedicating it to him because, this was his last movie and all and his work. And that's fine, because that's a given. But that's a one-time thing. And this jerk has been trying to milk that for all it was worth. He kept constantly reminding us that Jason and Frank died and this was his last thing. And it's ridiculous. He kept trying to use that as a cheap publicity stunt.
Yeah, and we know the film was completed for Jason's passing. But due to, I believe, one of the consultant producers saying it was bad, asking for a better edit, then they went to go reshoot the crap out of it, insert Aaron's sex scene, and you're still not seeing it. So there's that.
And once again, that is
Morally wrong.
Exactly. And furthermore, his lies have actually gotten a little more deeper than we first thought. When Jason died, they said they were going to hold back on the release because, for the sake of his memory, they thought they would try to do it like maybe later on his birthday, but then all of a sudden they didn't follow through on that. And we didn't really get a straight answer. However, quite recently on Twitter, they came out and said on the 25th and 26th.
Damn. On the 25th and 26th, we're going into color correction studio, sound mixing studio to lock Legend of the White Dragon to take out for distribution. Very excited. We will take some behind the scenes and share with you. It's been a long road, but here we are. Finally, we appreciate all your immense patience with the huge project. More to come. Remember, they already tried to seek distribution. Remember, distribution is to add money to the film.
We are going into the color correction studio and sound mixing studio to lock Legend of the White Dragon to take out for distribution. Funny, that's not exactly the impression that we had earlier, because when it all happened, they said it was finished. So, once again, more lies. And he was using Jason's death as an excuse to not release it when they weren't finished. Wow.
Yeah, it was, hey, we want to make sure it's the best for Jason David Frank. That's what we're trying to do. Make it the best.
Just when you think his lies couldn't get worse. You know what? I'll say it again. That is
Morally wrong.
And that's the truth. I mean, this jerk is milking Jason's death for all it's worth, and that is not right at all. Like I said before, when something like this happens, you do that one time. You let the world know that it happened, and of course they intend to follow through on it, and that this is going to be dedicated to him. But you don't keep using that as a publicity stunt, because that's
Morally wrong.
So now I have a brand new reason to not want to see this, assuming it ever comes out.
It may not come out, man. And guys, if you remember, they did write this post right here where they said, hey, I think we got the top beatdowns locked in. We will be launching an Indigo to raise money show after White Dragon is completed and released later this year. We're excited for you all to see White Dragon and then return to the beatdown. We also got a few other amazing projects on the horizon. Thank you all. Remember, they just moved the goalposts. That's all they did. Hey, nah, you know what? On second thought, we're going to launch our Grift Starter, and then we'll release the movie at some point later down the line.
And considering all the lies he's been telling and trying to milk Jason's death for all it was worth, I got a feeling he's going to lose a lot of people on this one. In fact, he probably has by now, because that's not right. That's not right at all. So once again, I have no intention of seeing it, because I'm not going to pay money to finance his lies.
I think we're going to be able to watch it on Tubi for free.
Because that is no way to treat Jason David Frank. That is
Morally wrong.
And that's all there is to it. This is Movie Fan, signing off.
Shout out to Movie Fan and shout out to DG Collins. Speaking out, I really wish more fans would speak out against Legend of the White Dragon so I could react to them. I know Geek Zip did, but it's like a 30-minute video. We'll have to get to that one on the next one, but hopefully other fans start speaking out. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you think we're going to get Legend of the White Dragon in 2026 or never? See you in the next video. Peace.